before Ramadan, 2 days before Ramadan, 2 years ago, and we did Taraweeh, alhamdulillah, 20 rak'at. And we did also last year and this year, as usual, inshallah. Sure. We wait, someone forgot their book, and it has a name, come look at it. يلا. بدأنا. بسم الله. So we covered 3 rules that includes how many types of men? 8. How much left? 2. Rule number 4. Bismillah. Rule number 4. You guys took a long break. Okay. Ash, I'm gonna show you. 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours. If we have a word, this is very easy. Okay, if we have a word that ends with tanween al-nasb, what is tanween al-nasb, ya Muhammad Imran? Tanween al-nasb. I should say the last name. I'm not exposing you, I'm just asking you. Tanween al-nasb, look at it, huh? See it? You're not there? Okay, we are Medina. Quran Made Easy Part 2, page 19. يلا. تنوين النصب فتحتين. تمام؟ تنوين الفتح. It's okay to say تنوين الفتح, it's not a big deal. But we say تنوين النصب and we choose to stop on that word. We should. This is the simple, easy rule, guys, huh? We should drop the tanween, which is the second fatha. What is the tanween? The tanween is represented by what? The second fatha. Tanween is not the 2 fathat. With tolerance in expression, they say this. But in reality, tanween is what? The second fatha. Or dhamma or kasra. So if you choose to stop on the word that ends with fathatain, what do? Drop the tanween. Mean drop 1 fatha and add an alif if there is no alif. This will result in madd al-iwad replacement. Why replacement? Because we replaced the tanween with an alif. Which is similar to al-madd al-tabi'i, 2 harakat. Because the result is what? The result is alif, just alif. The result is an alif. Alif, not followed by hamza, shadda or sukun. What is it? Like mad tabi'i. It's like al-madd al-tabi'i. Why we call it mad iwad? Because originally, as you can see in the picture, it's tanween, 2 fathat. But when we stop on them, what do? Drop 1 fatha and put an alif if there is no alif there. Manshuran. How do you stop on it? Manshuran. Drop fatha, add an alif if there is no alif. Rasulan. Tuwan. Okay. Ma'an. See here? What did we do here? We dropped 1 fatha and then what did we do? We put an alif because no alif. So when you put an alif, look at it here. It's an alif. Right? It's an alif. And here it became like mad badal, right? But no. Not every hamza, every mad letter that has hamza before it is necessarily badal. Here it became like badal. Okay, but no need to get into that. And so, is this badal asli, badal tabi'i? I don't want to get into that, right? We no need to honestly invest time in these issues. خلاص, this is mad 2 harakat. Call it what you want to call it. Insha'an. Tamam. Exception: if the word ends with ta marbuta, what do? Regardless, ta marbuta. Whenever you stop on ta marbuta, whatever the haraka is, what do? So basically, you don't drop only the tanween, you drop also the dots. So it becomes like what? It becomes a ha. Tamam? So you can tell the kids this. Tell them drop everything, don't keep any dot. So it becomes what? Ha. So you drop the tanween and you pronounce it as a ha. You don't only drop the tanween. Did I say drop the tanween? Shouldn't be drop the tanween. That has tanween al-nasb or any tanween, we should drop the tanween and pronounce the ta as a ha. That's not right. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. Let's say we should drop the tanween.
The tanween would be on the top marbuta.
Yeah. So if you drop the tanween, okay. Okay. We should do what? Drop the tanween, then it becomes khasiratu. And then pronounce the ta as a ha, what? Sakina. Add this word, yeah. This way it should be fine, inshallah. Tamam? We drop the tanween, right? What do you think, ya sister? Hana, Duha, Hanan, Sarah, Isa. We should drop the tanween and pronounce the ta as a ha sakin. So this way, we understood, right? Even if you understand, drop the tanween like drop one dhamma, okay? Then we have khasira two, and I'm telling you, pronounce the ta as what? Ha sakina. So it's understood. Khasiratun.
خاسرة
How do you stop on it?
خاسرة
خاسرة. Make the hand light. ويؤتوا الزكاة. ويؤتوا الزكاة.
ويؤتوا الزكاة
ويؤتوا الزكاة.
ويؤتوا الزكاة.
When you make iqama, we're not going to say حي على الصلاة. لا. Is it حي على الصلاة?
حي على الصلاة.
Did you ever hear someone making iqama saying the ha? I missed the ha. Same thing حي على الفلاح. I already told you. Some people say حي على الفلاح. Some people حي على الفلاتي. حي على الفلاح. الفلاتي يعني come to the desert. Let's go to the desert. الفلاح is the desert, open area. What should it be? See, when you give every letter, it's right. Like the meanings changes, right? The meanings change. حي على الفلاح. Come to success, right? اللهم اجعلنا من المفلحين. Okay. أصحاب الميمنة.
أصحاب الميمنة
مرضية.
مرضية.
Guess what is the last letter in the second last ayah of Surah Al-Qari'ah? Second last letter in the last letter in the second last ayah of Surah Al-Qari'ah. What's the second last ayah? وما أدراك ما هي. What's the last letter? Ta marbuta or ha? When we stop, we say ما هي. But how do you connect?
ماهية
Huh?
ماهية
Mahiyatun, right? That's the trick. See why I said guess? Guess means there's a trick. How do you connect it? Let me hear. ماذا يعني ماهية يا شيخ مصطفى؟ أنت لا تدرس العربية؟ Who knows what this ha is called and gets a book? What is this ha? It's a ha, not ta marbuta ya habibi. It's not mahiyatun. It's mahiyah now. What is that ha called? Who got book number 1? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you got book number 1. Who got it? Not like you earned it. Who bought the book? Book number 1. Everyone else, you want to fail in the level 1? Okay. Who got the second book? Raise your hand. Those who came late. This book I think is 15 or something. 17, and this book is 15 in the Medina library. Only for you, I'm gonna make them 10 each. Just $10 each, because you need to study them. You'll be tested on them. Okay? So, how are you gonna pay for that? Because the prices in Medina library for these are different, 15 and 17. You go to monthly expenses. When you click on donate, go to monthly expenses. Don't go to Medina library. Monthly expenses, you can put the amount you want. So put 20 and come take the 2 books. Okay, if you come after today, you will have to do it through Medina library. So it's not open. Not everything is open, right? طب يلا بسم الله. The other 2 books, you have to take them. Part 1 and part 2, the green ones, you have to get them. You have to get them and study them. طب يلا, so what is that ha called? No one? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is it called?
The head of questioning.
لا وين الكويستشن now?
You said guess.
What? Sakin? Did anyone tell you? They didn't tell you right. Huh?
ساكنة.
You want a book? What book do you want? This one? I'll tell you. Next time you control your tongue. Okay. Rule number 5. Any question? It took 15 minutes. It's too much for this rule. Rule number 5. Last rule. How many types of med we have so far?
9.
Last med. If we have a med letter formed by an original, underline original. Underline original, ya habibi. Do you know where we are, ya ammo? Do you know where we are? What page are we?
20.
Huh?
20.
19.
Page 20. Page 20. We're in 20, you're still in 19. Yalla. Underline the word original. If we have a med letter formed by original sukun or shadda, we have to prolong it for how long? 6 harakat. This is called med lazim. Notice that the med letter in this case is colored purple in the Tajweed color. Okay, here we have some special words. We're gonna take them later, but let's take them just in case we don't catch up. Let's take first. I don't know why I put these examples. What has?
What page is this?
19.
Oh, ماشي. الآن okay. I understand. ماشي, it's okay. But maybe just switch this with this. Again, why I'm doing this, let's start with the easy examples. Okay, so you don't get confused and think like that doesn't means you have 2 ways to read a word. Oh, let's take the first example. Yeah, this is a simple example. Okay, here we have mad letter followed by shadda. I'm gonna come back to this. There's a tip here. Dabba. Me and the screen are clear.
Oh, on the second screen.
الآن. This is the only word in the Quran in which we have mad letter followed by original sukun. Do we have any other? That's it. Mad letter followed by what? Original sukun. That's the only word in the Quran. The only word in the Quran other than al-huruf al-muqatta'a. Hamim. That's also original sukun, but that's part of al-huruf al-muqatta'a. Let's take this word. This is one of the special words I put when I mentioned ibdal and tasheel. Let's skip it. Let's go to ibdal and tasheel, finish them. But before that, let's finish al-mad al-lazim. Mad al-lazim, mad letter followed by sukun, original sukun or shadda. If that mad letter followed by shadda, what do we do? 6 harakat. We do something else. The shadda is what? The shadda is what?
2 letters.
2 letters together.
2 letters. What's the haraka of the first letter?
Jazm.
Jazm. It's called sukun. What is it? Sukun. Jazm is one of the signs of i'rab for فعل some أفعال like مضارع, مجزوم, etc. I know in order you say jazm. It's okay. But you make sure you're not gonna teach our students tell them jazm. Okay? But if you're teaching people in order, okay. So, and this is important. Yeah, when you're teaching a group of students, teach them the way they know and the way they learn and according to the curriculum. So the first haraka has sukun, the second has a haraka, right? That's the shadda. The sukun, usually, how is the sukun done? The second letter. Usually by connection of the organs of speech. Look, ab, act, as, what do you want? Aj, right? Ad. Do you notice? Akko, akko, ak. So usually, yeah, Ahmad, who's hiding there behind the Mazen, sit somewhere I can see you. Just to make sure you don't sleep. I know, but just in case. So, usually the sukoon happens how? By connection. The hamza. Sha. Right? Sha. Complete closure of the vocal cords. So, generally speaking, the sukoon happens by connection of the organs of speech. This connection, when you have a mad letter, if you say yatamassa, look, focus with me with this point. Yatamassa, yatamassa. In order to show the sukoon clearly, you need to do some nabar. What is nabar? You're gonna raise the pitch of the sound. Raise the pitch of the sound right before the sukoon. Right before the sukoon, which is the first part of the shadda. Why? To show the tashdid. To show the tashdid. So how do you say? Yatamassa. Yatamassa. So I'm not saying yatamassa. Yatamassa. It's not clear enough. So where do we do the number? On the last section of the mad letter, right before the sukoon. Because I want to show the sukoon. I want to show the connection, ya Ali. Huh? I want to show the connection. Yatamassa. Yatamassa. Common mistakes. Isa, come close to them and see if someone making type of mistake. Get him. Catch him. Okay. If you, I caught you. Okay, if you, common mistake. Listen, common mistake. Some people, yatamassa, no. Yatamassa, no. Not too much. Not too much. Yatamassa. Yatamassa. Dabba. 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 Who's there? Muhammad Wais? Move away from here. محمد عيسى روح بسرعة حبيبي روح بعد خلي الطلاب يركزوا. Okay. Now do we need in الآن? No. No شدة there. الآن look. الآن. The lam is clear. The sukun is clear. الآن. Okay. But the shadda needs clarification. يتماسى دابة. Okay, so where do we do the number? You're not going to say يتماسى. Where do we do the number? On the last portion of the mad letter, right before the shadda. ماشي? Now, exceptions. Exception. جان. Listen to me. The ghunna and the mad. If you skip the ghunna and the mad, listen what I'm saying. The mad. If you skip the mad, not skip mad tabi'i. You understood? If you skip mad tabi'i, you're dropping a mad letter, basically. But more than 2 harakat. If you skip the mad, which is more than 2 harakat, or skip the ghunna, it will not change the meaning in any word in the whole Quran, except in this word. I think I caught another word. I forgot what that was. There is another word. There's 2 words in the entire Quran. If you don't hear in this word apply longest ghunna, you're going to change the meaning of the word. So if you say wala jan, as 99.99 of reciters do. If you say wala jan, you change the meaning of that word. And the one who knows the 2 meanings will get a book. Yalla. What's the difference between wala? You need to know some Arabic to know it. Wala jan and wala jan. How do we read it? Wala jan. Did you hear the longest ghunna? It has to. You have to do it. I think I have another one. Yalla. Who knows? 5, Try, يلا.
So the first one, with shadda, that is jinn, right? That is.
When shadda is jinn. Okay. Okay. The word is what? ولا جان. Correct? Huh? لا يسأل عن ذنبه إنس ولا جان. It's ولا جان. Right?
Yeah.
If you stop, two ways. Huh? Jan. Okay, with sukoon, just without gunna, and with longest gunna. How do we? What's the difference? What's the difference? Yalla. Huh?
The meaning?
If you don't make it with longest gunna, you change the meaning. Means if you say wala jan, if you say wala jan, jan or jan, same thing. You're saying it wrong when you prolong it without gunna, but it's still, we understand what you're saying. But it has to be wala jan. It's okay, you don't have to know because it's
In the meaning?
yeah, in the meaning. I'm asking in the meaning.
So the meaning?
This will change the meaning
Yeah.
if you don't apply the gunna
The
here.
second one will be a criminal.
Okay, which one?
Without the sunnah, not shadda. Without the shadda, it's criminal. Then with shadda, it's jinn.
Why is criminal? You got the answer. You got the book. Mashallah. You got the book. But Sheikh, what if we say wala jan? What should it be originally? I mean, if you connect.
So it's going to be jan with ya jani. So because you are stopping them in yawm.
So how will it be if you connect it?
Wala jani or wala janiya or wala jani.
Take it. Give me the book back. Which one do you want? This or this? The orange? The orange? Listen, you got the right answer, but no janiya or janiyu in Arabic. This is manqus. It will be wala janin.
Okay.
صح؟ 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 Not jani, not janiya or janiyu. Janin. تمام؟ ولا janin. So if you say wala jan, as an Arabic speaker, I'm gonna understand. You're saying janin means mu'tadin. Yeah.
Does it also mean like crazy, I think?
Huh?
Crazy, like...
No.
هلا أنت جان.
No. That's majnoon.
جان.
That's majnoon.
You can't shorten the
I'm
word.
not sure if that's another word. Tamam? Did you get that? Subhanallah. If you don't apply longest gunna here, you change the meaning. Okay. Next two examples. Allah and ad-dhakarain. Is this still working? I feel I'm speaking without the mic.
Stop walking.
Bismillah, Bismillah. Something happens from there? Bismillah.
We just tap.
So still there is battery. Bismillah, Bismillah. Okay, next example. Allahu. Yeah, so فيومئذ لا يسأل عن ذنبه إنس ولا جان. If you say ولا جان, جان means criminal, as he said, transgressor, معتدي. But جان means jinni. تمام? So you're going to change the meaning of the ayah if you don't apply the longest one. So the point here in Jan, no, this is the exception about nabur, guys. No need for nabur here. Why? Because the longest gunna ya Yahya will suffice us. We don't need to make nabur. We don't need to say Jan. Why? Because the longest gunna will show the shadda more than enough. واضح? Raise your hand. So no need for number at all here. So you say what? ولا جان. يلا.
ولا جان.
Just like if you stop on the word inna or lakinna. How do you stop on the word lakinna?
لكن.
If you say walakin, as one of the brothers he was leading one time, and he's a hafiz and he has an ijazah. He has an ijazah, ya Isa? The brother that we were, he has an ijazah? He has an ijazah and he said, walakin. We have in the Quran لكن الذين, for example. لكني, noon kasra. Yes, you summon that word with ولكن. But how do you summon لكن? How? ولكن. But when you say ولكن, I know it's ولكني. تمام? You know, you have to know, I don't know. Sometimes people make mistakes, but unfortunately, generally speaking, people getting ijazat that they're not supposed to get, just like without its due right, and that's why we have these problems. Okay, next example. Allah. Allah. الذكرين. One more time. I was thinking. One more, I didn't pay attention when I read it. First one. Allah. Allah. الذكرين. Okay. These two words have two ways to read them. Okay. We're gonna go to page. Go to page. Why? Oh, because I closed it. It came back. I have to press here. Okay. Go to page. Bismillah. 78. We are still in part 2, huh? Page 78. Yep. Ibdal and Tasheel. Ibdal and
That's page
That's
77.
huh?
Page 77.
77 in your book?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think you added some
I added.
stuff,
Oh, my mistake. Okay, then go up. Let's go special words and rules and hafs, because in order to understand that one, let's take Ajami, which is one page before. Special words and rules in hafs narration. If I forget, remind me. We want to go back to the mad lazim examples to finish all the mad types. Special words and rules in hafs narration. First word, أعجمي. The only word in the Quran that you have to read it this way. You have to read it this way. The other words, Allahu and Dhakarayni, you have two ways. But this word, you have to read it this way. How do you have to read it? You have to read it with Tasheel. With Tasheel. Surah Fussilat, chapter 41, ayah 44. This word is usually, and in some other narrations, is with two hamzat. Like this. Look, this word is like this. أعجمي. In Hafs narration through Ash-Shatibiyya way. We're going to learn about Ash-Shatibiyya way, inshallah, later in the book. Which is the narration explained in this book. This word should be, not word. This word should be read with a normal hamza, and then a simplified or an eased hamza musahhala. Who remembers? I asked you about hamza musahhala. Why you mentioned hamza musahhala yesterday? Who remember? And I told you what's the opposite, and you told me hamza muhaqqaqa. When we talked about the hamza, we said don't make the hamza musahhala. A'unzila, don't say a'unzila. A'unzila. When you pronounce the hamza clear and like a solid hamza, what is it called? Hamza muhaqqaqa. Like fulfilled hamza. This is the word I was looking for yesterday. Fulfilled hamza, if that makes sense. You're fulfilling all the hamza as it should be. A'unzila. That's called what? Hamza muhaqqaqa. Now the opposite ya Yahya is what? Hamza musahhala, like simplified hamza, like eased hamza. This word originally in Arabic, a'ajamiyyun, which is some of the qira'at. They read it a'ajamiyyun wa arabi. That is why we see a dark circle or dot above the alif in this word in Hafs narration and some other narrations. This means it should be read with hamza musahhala. Hamza, which is opposite to hamza muhaqqaqa. It is a sound between the alif and the hamza. It's a sound between the alif and the hamza. So it's not like ba, and it's not a, it is a. We'll come to that. We'll come back to that. Don't worry. This word, I just want you to understand what it means. This word means must be learned from the licensed, skillful reciter. If I tell you from now until the day of judgment, this word should be read with Hamza Musahhala, and I put a dark dot on the alif. How will you read it? And I tell you, it's between the alif and the Hamza, and it's a sound, like it's a soft sound, and I explain a whole book for you about Hamza Musahhala. Does that mean you're going to know how to read it? No. But you sit with the teacher and just hear him and copy him, that's it. This is an example that the Quran cannot be learned except through maybe that's the battery in that one has an issue. Except through the oral transmission, except through the scholars, except through the licensed skillful reciters. Tamam? And all of these books will never ever make you a good qari. Will never. You must sit with someone to see if you're applying these rules or no. These are just helping tools. And I mentioned this in the book, in all of these books, in the introduction and other places. This word, we said that we should not pronounce. So let's first avoid the mistakes. This is I think a good technique, okay, to help you fix a lot of mistakes. Okay? This is a good technique, I think, inshallah, to help you avoid a lot of mistakes. To help you read a lot of challenging words. Exclude the wrong ways. For example, you wanna practice the dad, okay? Number one, exclude dha. Don't say wala dhali. Put that away. Don't make it dal. Don't say wala dali. Okay? Don't make it a heavy dal. Okay? Don't make it a heavy dal. Jazakallah khair ya Shaykh. Don't make it a heavy dal. Don't say wala da. Da. Because we don't have a heavy dal in Arabic, do we? We don't have a heavy dal. We don't have da. So exclude the wrong option. We don't have wala za. We don't have wala za. With due respect to our brothers and sisters in Pakistan and India, we don't have zali. Okay? We don't have zali. Okay? No, we don't have zali. No. So try to exclude the wrong ways, then you come inshallah to the right way and you understand how it's pronounced. Wala dha. Okay? Wala dhalin. Why are we making number here? Why are you making number? If I make number, you make number? Why are you making number? Why? Just because I make number, you make number? Yes. Okay. No, but not everything I do, you do. Okay. Because here, مد لا تفهم بالشدة. صح؟ ولا الضالين. Come on, mistake here. Tell me the mistake. ولا الضالين. This is common, very common. What's the mistake, Yahya?
Overextended the med.
The med?
The lam.
The lam. A lot of Qur'an they read it this way. So the lam and all the shaddat. Al-leen. Right? Just shadda is sukun al-haraka. الذكرين. Not الذكرين. No. ولا الضالين. No. Don't add many lamat. It's just 2 lamat. And the number helps you to do it right. ولا الضالين. Back to A'jami. We should not pronounce the Hamza as a ha, as some people do. I heard a reciter, he has very famous recording, very beautiful voice, he read it with a ha, which is not in any of the 10 qira'at and none of the 20 narrations. You know those 10 qira'at, each one has 2 narrations. Hafs and Shu'bah, these are 2 narrations of the qira'at of Imam Asim. None of the 20 narrations has, you make it a ha'ajami. And the famous qari, his recording is so it's not ha, it's not a ha'ajami, right? Nor should we pronounce it as a normal Hamza in Hafs narration. We're not gonna say أعجمي in half narration, no. If you say it, your salah is valid, you're good, you're nice, it's okay, but that's not house. Through shouting, okay? Then how should we read it? This first hamza in this word is a hamza of a question. But yalla, before I explain, yalla, what's the question?
Is your salah valid if you mix between two narrations?
Yes, it is. But don't do it.
So in Surah Fussilat, ayah 44, in this ayah, why is it that the same word is pronounced two different ways if they're right? Like the same word a'jamiyya. Why is it in the second, the first word is
Okay,
different?
here is the answer. The first hamza in this word, Ya Shu'ayb, is a hamza of questioning. This hamza. Okay? I think this marker is not clear enough, Sheikh. So get me some new markers from there, from top of that. I think they're not clear enough. Are they? Okay, Shu'ayb and everyone. Is it clear? The word is أعجمي. Okay? This is the word. أعجمي. أعجمي means non-Arab. أعجمي means non-Arab. Al-Ajam means the non-Arab people. Arab and Ajam. Right? محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين. Then what? خير الفريقين من عرب ومن عجم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا. None of you know it? على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. So خير الفريقين من عرب ومن عجم صلى الله عليه وسلم. That word يا حبيبي وينه شعيب؟ ولو جعلناه قرآنا أعجميا ولو جعلناه قرآنا أعجميا. If we made it يا شعيب, if we made it an أعجمي Quran, means a non-Arab Quran, means a Quran which is not ولو جعلناه قرآنا أعجميا. Okay? In a non-Arabic language, okay, ولو جعلناه قرآنا أعجميا لقالوا لولا فصلت آياته. They would, and this is the name of the surah, فصلت means explained. If we made it a non-Arabic Quran, they would have said, why we wish its ayat are explained. Okay? And then Allah says what? And that's why the best way to read this ayah is this. You stop on ayati, not as some people, they read it and they miss the meaning. ولو جعلناه قرآنا أعجميا لقالوا لولا فصلت آياته. Then you say what? أعجمي وعربي. Allah says أعجمي. أعجمي. Do you want it to be a non-Arabic Quran? أعجمي وعربي, with a prophet who is an Arab? أعجمي وعربي. يعني how you want the Quran to be in a non-Arabic and the prophet is an Arab? أعجمي وعربي. Okay? ولو جعلناه قرآن أعجمي لقالوا لولا فصلت آياته. أعجمي وعربي. قل هو للذين آمنوا هدى وشفاء. We're going to read the translation. So this is the word originally, and this is called Hamzat Istifham. Hamzatu Istifham is written there. The Hamza of questioning. Like أأنزل, like أأنتم أشد خلقا أم السماء بناها. That's called Hamzat Istifham. Now, here is the way. أعجمي أعجمي وعربي. And also Arabi, you show the tashdid of the ya, you make number and you don't say Arabi as many people say Arabi. You speak Arabi, that's wrong. You speak Arabi if you want to say باللسان العربي, or you say you speak عربية. تمام? So it's Arabi, not Arabi. It's Ali, right? Ali?
Yeah.
Or Ali? Is it Ali?
Ali.
Common mistake. All Muslims say what? Ali. Sayyidina Ali. Sayyidina Ali. It's not Sayyidina Ali. It's Sayyidina Ali. Right? Because there is a shadda. Ali. Inna Allah huwa al-ghani. Right? أعجمي وعربي. Right? Pick the book, yeah, Sufyan, under here. That's an Arabic. So, the Arabs, some Arabs, they keep Hamza al-Istifham and this Hamza. This is original of the word, right? Original to the word. A'jami is original to the word. Hamza al-Istifham means like, is it, or like this. So some Arabs, they keep the two Hamzat. A'jamiyun. Some Arabs, they don't use the Hamza abadan. A'jamiyun wa Arabi. So the question will be rhetorical. Means, like I say, you're coming. In grammar, did I make a question grammatically when I say you're coming?
No.
No, that's not grammatically a question. The question should be, are you coming? But if I say you're coming, that's still a question. But how I made it a question? By the tone. Same thing. One qira'ah says أعجمي وعربي, for example. In Hafs narration, the way he got it from his sheikhs back to the Prophet ﷺ is this Hamza, he makes it musahhala, means simplified, not muhaqqaqa. So he's not going to say أعجمي. He's going to say what? Listen. Try. See the second sound? Yalla sisters, check the sisters close to you. He said أعجمي وعربي.
أعجمي وعربي.
أعجمي. Right? No ha. Don't go to the ha. Try and come back to it. Don't go to the ha. Don't go to the ha. Don't go to the ha. Keep it up, go up. Don't close the door. Don't touch it. يلا شيخ ساعدني يا شيخ. Check for these two. يلا ساعدني. Check for these two brothers. What happened? The second Hamza. Not Khalid. Second Khalid is not Hamza. Hamza, the second Hamza is modified. Don't make it. One second. First, my mistake. The tip here is what? What's the tip here? Forget about the ayn for a while. Okay? Don't write, I mentioned I think this. Don't do the whole thing, the whole word now. Just do two hamza. So, for sure you're not going to say aha. And you're not going to say something in between. Okay. Once you master this, then add the ayn. أعجمي وعربي.
أعجمي وعربي.
It can be. No, that's
What? No.
Still bench press by your leg. Started lifting this week. So, and now I'm trying to like gradually add a little bit
Anyone did not get a chance? Anyone did not get a chance? Anyone did not get a chance with the teacher? Anyone did not get a chance with the teacher with this word? Okay. Again, inshallah, يعني, I have a video for it. Okay? I have a video for it. If you don't find it, send me. I'm gonna send you the video, inshallah. It's 1 minute video. So you watch the video and you try to keep repeating it, inshallah. And we can help you in that. When you do the Juz' Amma, first you pass the Tajweed tests, and then you do the Juz' Amma, we're gonna help you practice those ones, inshallah. The first Hamza in this word is Hamza of Istifham, and the second Hamza is a part of the word, is part of the word. The meaning is a non-Arabic one, etc. Okay? Had we revealed it as a non-Arabic Quran, they would have certainly argued if only its verses were made clear. لولا فصلت آياته. What? A non-Arabic revelation for an Arab audience, or an Arab messenger, say, O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is a guide and a healing to the believers. As for those who disbelieve, there is deafness in their ears and blindness to it is in their hearts. It is as if they are being called from a faraway place. أولئك ينادون من مكان بعيد. Okay. روح من هون لعند الباب ما تقدر تشغل الناس. يلا. خذوا الأغراض كلياتهم ما بصير. حسن. Now we come back to إبدال and تسهيل. So now we all know what is Hamza Musahhala. What's the sign of Hamza Musahhala in the Quran? What's the sign of Hamza Musahhala in the Quran? An alif that has a dot above, right? Or closed circle. Okay. Okay. Okay, now we come back to these three words. These three words, the word Allah, the word Allah, and the word Ad-Dhakaraini, same thing. Same thing, guys, but it needs a bit more attention because the Hamza there is Hamzat Wasl. The Hamza there is Hamzat Wasl. The word Allah, what does the word Allah start with? Is this clear in the video, ya Sheikh? What does the word Allah start with, ya Shabab? What Hamza? What Hamza? Hamzat Wasl. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Surah Al-Nahl, قل الحمد لله وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى. قل الحمد لله, say الحمد لله, وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى, and salam for his servants who were chosen. الذين اصطفى. الذين اصطفى, the ones that he chose. Then Allah says, subhanahu wa ta'ala, الله خير أما يشركون. Is it Allah? Is Allah better or what they associate as partners with Him? Of course, no comparison. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying what? As if you want to say, Allahu khayrun. So if you say Allahu khayrun, that's one way of questioning. But it might confuse some people, they might read it wrong. So we need a question word if you like. A question word. In Arabic, It's called حرف استفهام. Who knows how to translate حرف استفهام? Don't tell me letter of استفهام. How do you translate حرف استفهام? A particle of استفهام. A particle of a question. Okay? So حرف here is not a letter, obviously. It means a particle. Okay? So the ayah says what? يعني Allah wants to say subhanahu wa ta'ala, like is, هل, like هل means equals هل. Equals what? هل. هل أتى على الإنسان حين من الدهر? Did a time come or has a time come? So همزة الاستفهام equals what in Arabic? هل. Example. هل ستأتي or هل أتيت إلى المدينة من قبل؟ هل أتيت إلى مركز المدينة من قبل؟ Now, did you come? I can say هل أتيت and I can say أتيت. So equals هل. Allah Ta'ala, like the Arabs, this is the Quran in Arabic, Allah Ta'ala used the Hamza. He said the Hamza, subhanahu wa ta'ala. He revealed it this way. So the ayah will become أَاللَّهُ, like هل الله خير أَاللَّهُ خير أَمَّا يُشْرِكُونَ. Is Allah better or what they associate with him as partners? Now, if we're gonna, the Arabs will never say Allah. Why? What's the rule about Hamzat al-Wasl? What's the rule about Hamzat al-Wasl? What's the rule about Hamzat al-Wasl? If you have a question, raise your hand. Don't be shy. Whenever we connect Hamzat al-Wasl with a letter before it, what do? We have to drop it. Okay, drop it. Then what happened? It will go back Allahu. Right or no? You are with me? خلينا نفس الفكرة مشان ما يروح عليهم هذا الشرح. عرفتي؟ If you have a question, ask me. If there's a question about what I'm saying, ask me. Because if you ask them and they answer you and you're gonna miss something I'm explaining. Okay? But let their question be about the practice when we give the time for practice. Barakallahu fikum. Okay, one more time. Whenever we connect Hamzat Wasl with a letter before it, what do?
Drop.
Okay, I dropped it. Then the word, read the word now.
Allah.
It came back again as it is Allahu. Is it giving a question? If I say Allahu khayrun, it's not giving the question. So what do the Arabs do? Two ways. And that's the narration of Imam Hafs. Two ways. First way is called Ibdal. What is it called? Ibdal. Ibdal means what? Replacement. What will we replace? Replace Hamzat al-Wasl with? Who knows? This is first way. 1. This is second way. 2. First way. This is the Hamzat al-Istifham. They put it on the line, don't they?
What?
On the line Hamzat al-Istifham or on alif? On the line or an alif? La, on the line. Hamzat al-Istifham, This is Hamzat al-Istifham, so you don't get confused, You can do the same. It's not going to change the meaning. Sometimes written on the alif, sometimes just on the line. Okay? So this is Hamzat al-Istifham. What's the first way? What's the first way to make this word meaningful or understandable by the audience? You can make it rhetorical question, right? You can say, Allahu khayrun amma yushrikun. You can do that, right? But some people might read it wrong. They say, Allahu khayrun amma yushrikun. Might not understand. But this way, for sure they will understand it. With Hamzat Istifham. But if we drop Hamzat Wasl, it will come back again, Allahu khayrun. So we need the way the Arabs, that's how the Arabs speak. I'm explaining to you how the Arabs read this word. Hafs narration 2 ways. Put Hamzat Istifham, replace Hamzat Wasl with what? Alif. And then put the word Lillah. What happened here? Yalla, who can tell me? What happened here? Now what do we have here? Let me hear you, yalla. Mad letter followed by Shadda. What is that mad? We learned it. You remember we were almost an hour ago in Mad Lazim, we jumped to explain this. We're gonna come back and fly to Mad Lazim. So that's mad lazim. How do you read it? Allahu khayrun amma yushrikun. Allahu. That's mad lazim with the number. Correct? That is called what? What way is this? Tasheel, right? Huh? Ibdal. The other way is tasheel. Tasheel of what? Tasheel of what? تسهيل of Hamzatul. Where القطع? Hamzatul Wasl. The first way is what? Ibdal. Replacing it with an alif. The second way is tasheel of the Hamza. Who can tell me how I'm gonna express Hamza Musahhala? Alif with صح? And then Lillah. Right or no? And how will I read it? Allahu khayrun amma yushrikun. Allahu. Did I say Same mistake, huh? Not not aha. Allahu. Allahu. Anyone did not practice? Anyone did not practice? Anyone did not get a chance to say that word? Okay. Okay. Yalla, Bismillah. Next word. Exactly this. I think I didn't explain that in detail like this. You can see it. Now, same exact thing at the Kawaii. At the Kawaii, same exact thing, guys. Okay, same exact thing. الذكرين or الذكرين. Try this one, maybe it's easier for you. الذكرين. الذكرين. Two ways, إبدال or تسهيل. Last one, الآن. This one a bit different, huh? A bit different. The word is al, Hamza wasl. Al, Hamza, alif, al-an. Isn't it written like this? Look at the book.
The book has mud.
Oh, now like this, if I was shorter, right there, sir.
Hamza al-Sadr.
Where? Al-an.
Oh, at the bottom. Hamzatul Wasl and then
Correct like this.
Yes.
This is the word al-an. Listen, this is the word al-an. Tamam? Al-an, al-dhakarain, exactly like the word Allah. Now the word al-an is a little bit different. Why? After Hamza al-Wasl we have sukoon, lam sakin. Same thing. We're gonna use, what do we want to use? When Fir'aun was drowning. Fir'aun was drowning. Did he believe? Did Fir'aun believe or no? He did? He did. Fir'aun believed, but it was too late. Fir'aun believed. He said, قال آمنت أنه لا إله إلا الذي آمنت به بنو إسرائيل وأنا من المسلمين. What's the answer? والآية اللي بعد الضروري الآن Allah Ta'ala replied what? الآن وقد عصيت قبل وكنت من المفسدين. يعني الآن, now, يعني is it now? Now you're believing and you have been always disobedient and you were of the corrupt ones. فاليوم ننجيك ببدنك. Now today we're going to save you only with your body. And now his body where? In the museum in France. That's one of the scientific miracles of the Quran. And they searched, they found a lot of salt or whatever in his corpse, etc. Even if this is what they say, this is one of the miracles of the Quran. Even if they don't prove it, we know Allah Ta'ala's words are true. So Allah saved his body. Why? لِتَكُونَ لِمَنْ خَلْفَكَ آيَةً. To be a lesson for those after you. So that the word is what? We want to use what? What do we want to use before al-an? Al-an means now. So you want to say now, al-an. It can be in rhetorical way, but we want to use a particle of istifham. What we're going to use? You can say hal al-an. They don't say hal al-an, the Arabs. So they're going to use right? What do we do? Yalla, what's the next step? What's the next step? What do you do with Hamza al-Wasl? Drop it. What happened? Al-an. It's again al-an. So what do we need to do? Two ways. Ibdal or tasheel. Replace it with an alif. Al-an mad lazim kalimi mukhaffaf. 6 harakat. Mad letter followed by original sukoon. The only word in the whole Quran. The other way is what? Tasheel. Tasheel of what? Tasheel of Hamzatil Wasl. Al-ana. الآن وقد الآن وقد عصيت الآن Any question? Any question about إبدال التسهيل?
What is happening to your throats when you're doing that?
When you're doing the Hamza مسهلة, when you do the Hamza محققة, what happens? Look, this is a very good question. If you want to know exactly like what's going on in the throat, okay? Let's try to know what's going on there. When I do Hamza with Fatha or Kasra or Dhamma, what do I do? Look at me. So the vocal cord basically closing, then opening completely. صح ولا لا؟ With the Hamza مسهلة, what happens? Look. As if there's not complete closure then opening. It's kind of not complete closure then opening. They're kind of, I'm not sure, Sheikh Sami, literally precisely what's going on there, honestly, but it's kind of the vocal cords, they're not completely closing and then opening. They're kind of open. Okay. So they're kind of partially open. Wallahu a'lam. Okay. Anna, we said mad lazim, followed mad letter followed by original sukoon, 6 harakat, like mad letter followed by shadda, right? Any question? Ibdal and tasheer are done. The special words, we can come back to them. Let's go back to al-mad al-lazim. Any question? Someone had a question here somewhere.
ذكرين يصح قراءتها بالتسهيل.
طبعا, we mentioned these are 3 words in the Quran. الله الذكرين الآن. There are 2 ways for them. إبدال, which is mad lazim, and tasheer. But أعجمي, only 1 way, which is tasheer. Clear?
لكن الأولى قراءتها بالإبدال صح؟
Both are okay. You can read either of them.
مكتوب بالمصحف الإبدال.
They in the mushaf, can they put in the mushaf the 2 ways in the 2 ways of reading it, express it in 1 way? No. So they chose what? They kept the ibdal, the sign of mad, right? But that doesn't mean you cannot read it with tasheer. Okay? We read the 2 ways to the shaykh, and the shaykh didn't say this is you read this or you read this. Now people find the mad easier, obviously. Tamam? But doesn't mean you cannot do the tasheer. Yeah, you can do the mad. Yeah, Bismillah.
So is it like with the if you do ibdal once, does that mean you can do ibdal for all the other ones, or could you also?
Where?
Like
Each one in different surah. Yeah. So you can read either or. You don't have to read them all with ibdal or all with tasheer. You don't have to, because you're still within one narration.
Yeah, Sheikh. Yes, sir. Saying put al-mashaqqah تجلب التيسير. So
المشقة تجلب التيسير. Yeah.
Yeah, you should go with the easy one.
Go with the easy one. I'll tell you something even more easy for you. If you find in Hafs narration, you're not being able to do it with Hamza Musahala, do it أعجمي. I'm not saying this this is another qira'ah. No one dare change anything in the Quran. But if you're finding this difficult and you're making it أعجمي, for sure you cannot say أعجمي. But for sure you can say أعجمي. Say أعجمي. لا say 2 همزات. Yeah, because if you're struggling and you cannot make it musahala, you're making it a ha. No, don't make it a ha. Make it 2 hamzat with tahqiq. Make it أعجمي. At least this is the correct reading in another narration. But aha is not in any narration. Okay? Any question? So yeah, let's go back to finish the mad. I know tomorrow is the last day in Sha'ban. And I know Ramadan is on Monday, inshallah. Based on the calculations and most implementations. But we follow calculations here anyway, at least in Medina. And all the masajid, the triangle, they follow calculations except for 2. And I know tomorrow we have Taraweeh, inshallah. And I have Sunday school. So I finish almost 2 o'clock. Obviously, yarhamkallah, we can never finish every single thing. So I expect that I will, but if we wanna, we can just read everything, but that's not what I want. I want you to practice. I want you to understand. We can do an extra day tomorrow from the lady, she wants to come and clean. Okay, we can do it 2 to 5. And then she can come 5 to 8 to clean. She comes and clean usually right after Sunday school. It's exhausting for me. I have Taraweeh, etc., etc., etc. Okay? But
Why not before Taraweeh?
right before Taraweeh? Who wants tomorrow? When is Isha? 7:45? 7:30?
8 o'clock.
8:45.
The time change tomorrow? Tomorrow?
Yeah, it's time to
Allah. Okay. So Isha will be 8:30?
9
8:30?
o'clock.
لا 8:30
بسألك عن
8:30 so
الأذان مو عن
عشاء
الإقامة.
8:30 عشاء is 8:30 okay عشاء is 8:30 okay if we come from 5 until Isha if you who would like to come from 5 and you don't have to listen I have almost a video for every one of these and you have the books you're gonna study practice you have Ramadan you can come see me I'm gonna put some days after Fajr in Ramadan we're gonna pray Fajr and then do some Quran you can come and ask me and practice but if you like to come tomorrow it will be challenging very challenging for me and my family but inshallah we can take it for you to get more inshallah as a group from 5 to 8:30 or from 2 to 5 or nothing which is the easiest for me but inshallah I'm ready to serve inshallah who wants 5 to 8:30 raise your hand yes a third fourth suggestion
What if we, like, could we do it like
another weekend
after Jummah or something?
after like in Ramadan another weekend in Ramadan
Like, on Fridays, like after Jummah or something.
yeah a different day not tomorrow
Yeah, that's a good idea.
when do we have the invitation Sunday this coming this first Sunday right okay so you're saying Friday people have school so why not Saturday okay but let's see who wants Saturday raise your hand Saturday
What time?
Saturday we have Saturday school right عندنا Saturday school صح ما بس آخر الأسبوعين رمضان so we have Saturday school we finish at 3 it will be also challenging but that's why I want to finish before Ramadan that's why when we're fasting and we'll all be tired and I'll have Saturday school from 9 to 3 almost 2:30 okay let's see who wants tomorrow 2 to 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8
I can do other
what about tomorrow 5 to 8 okay so tomorrow 2 to 5 so tomorrow 2 to 5 who cannot come like impossible why you're gonna sleep until 2 3
That is impossible.
huh
Not possible.
okay so the vast majority everyone else can who cannot come tomorrow 2 to 5 cannot
Mustafa.
at all other than Sheikh Mustafa okay 2 people someone making this okay listen I'll tell you since the majority they want 2 to 5 tomorrow I will do it 2 to 5 and those who cannot try to watch the video and practice inshallah because during Ramadan it will hurt me honestly and I will not be able to lead any rak'at or okay and we have Saturday school and Sunday school and full-time school and ماشي bismillah let's take just 4 minutes stay in your place and you don't have to change the chair this big there's a date biscuit the brother Amir may Allah reward him he donated this some biscuit with dates and I don't know if there's more tea or juice or so serve yourself and come back so Allah just 3 minutes this is the last break okay if we stay today until 10 we can cover it we have some donut and some stuff bismillah yalla What is it? Nothing?
building that. I went to a wedding last December. I thought it was going to turn into a zawiya, but it turned into a super nursery. Yeah, they do it on Ramadan too.
How do you check the battery? It's at Sheikh Abdullah. This is at like half battery.
In my office, there are extension cords. Get one, connect it from there, put it, doesn't die. Okay.
Bismillah.
محمد عيسى لا تجلس امام الطلاب عم تشوش عليهم بابا ارجع لهم
Oh yeah, it's like one time we were thinking it's charging right now.
Jazakallah.
قاعد بفكر هيك ما بعرف بس ما اعرف شو اسم البطولة يعني
يلا بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه.
ما بعرف بس كده حمص يكون
Okay, we go back to the med. Finish the med. Go to page. Page. What page? Rule 4. Rule 5. Which page we said it is? 20. 19 in Yul. جزاك الله خير. هذا شوف شايف؟ وهذا لبن. شايف مع لبن؟ شو نشرب هيك؟ يلا. خد محمد الكويس خد جبني بس هذا ماركس يلا بسم الله بسم الله. So this is where we flew from. right? This is where we flew from.
أحمد ومحمد
جانون.
حسن.
Allah al-Bakrayni. So this is mad lazim. We said mad letter followed by hamza. And we check the words that has another way of reading, right? Again, note the mad in the word Jahannam is mad lazim. We said that. We're not going to read it again. Now, Noon, Yasin, and Alif Lam Mim. The last three examples are part of al-Huruf Muqatta. We're going to explain it here. So, 10 types of mad are done. Any question?
You ever heard of Salat
How many types of mad, ya Sheikh Abdurrahman? How many types of mad do we have in the whole Quran? 10. That's it. In how many rules we summarize them? 5 rules. What's any question about those mad rules? I'm not gonna now summarize them first. We explain them, you have them. But I like, when I give a class, usually I will of course not just go like this. I'm gonna ask them, Yalla, tell me the first rule, second rule, review them, tell me the types. This is how you teach. Now, we're not in that condition, right, to put all of that time. But when you're teaching it, that's how you should teach it. When you teach, that's how you teach. The students should leave the classroom, they can summarize for you. Mashi? So we're done with the 10 types of men. Any question? No one should tell me later, oh, I was raising my hand. Someone was raising her hand. Anyone raising his hand?
اسردها لي على السريع واحدة واحدة 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8
ايش هو؟
الأسماء المدود العشر.
المدود العشرة. We said the first rule, mad letter, not followed by hamza shadda or sukun, and this includes طبيعي, بدل, and صلة صغرى. The second rule, mad letter followed by hamza, and it includes what? متصل, منفصل, and صلة كبرى. The fourth rule, or the third rule, what's the third rule? When you have the mad letter, followed by shadda or original sukun, and that includes mad lazim. And next one, when you have mad letter, for only letter followed by temporary sukun, and that includes mad arid and the sukun and mad al-lin. And what's left? One left. I see 9 here. One left. Huh? What is that mad called? Mad al-iwad. When we replace the tanween and nasab with al-alif. These are the 10 types of them. Bismillah. Not في الحروف المقطعة. The elongation in the separately pronounced letters. Very briefly, I'm not going to go to the details and what those ayat mean, etc. Yani, as if Allah Ta'ala is telling the Arabs, the Holy Quran is made of these letters, Alif, Qaf, Sad, Noon, Mim. The Quran is made of these letters. Here, show us your eloquence. Bring a similar ayah. And of course, they were not able to. So this is the most prevalent opinion about the huruf muqatta in the beginning of some surah in the Quran. All of those surah in the Quran, all of those huruf in the beginning of some of the surah in the Quran, what's the general rule in reading these words? These letters in these words should be pronounced as if they are disjoined. This means we read their names, not their sounds. Tamam? You can underline that as we read them in the alphabet. And here comes why we teach the students ba, ta, tha, not ba, ta, tha. Again, it's not wrong to teach them ba, ta, tha, not wrong. But when you come to al-huruf al-muqatta'a, you're going to tell them, you read the names of the letters, but you're going to drop the hamza. Tamam? So, details. Let's take the details. Number 1, we have the alif. How do you pronounce the alif in the huruf muqatta'a? Alif, right? Alif, right?
Alif.
Who said? Huh? Why not? What's the mistake? Sister, what's your name? Next to me, your Mia? Mina. What's your name? Amja? Okay. Barakallah feekum. You remind me Amja. You know what Amja is?
No, it's Amjad.
Amjad with a dad. Okay, I thought Amjad. The Council of Jurists. Okay. Amjad. Yalla, may Allah make you a great jurist. What's the mistake I made, Amjad? Huh? What's the mistake? Yeah, I made a mistake. What's the mistake there?
It shouldn't be alif, it should be a.
Ah, okay. Because we read the names of the letters. That's what you mean?
Yeah.
But is the alif, the sound of the alif is a?
No, it's alif.
How does the alif sound?
Alif.
Ah, okay. Don't get scared. 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 Just to make sure this is, we mentioned this before, but I'm not gonna let this go easy. What's this letter? How does it sound? How does it sound? Who's saying ah? Can anyone pronounce the alif by itself? No. Does the alif have a sound by itself? No. Absolutely. Just kidding. Listen. What is this? Hamza, what is this? What letter is this? Hamza, how does it sound? Ah. Hamza sound ah. Alif has no sound by itself. It must have a letter before it to be pronounced. Ba alif. Let me hear. Ba alif. Ta alif. Lam alif. Lam alif. Hamza alif. Clear? Clear? In the حروف مقطعة we read the names of the letters. In Surah Al-Baqarah what do we have? ألم ذلك الكتاب ألم. That's an alif. If it was Hamza, I will tell you, yeah. Maybe it can be read alam. But that's not an alif in the first, that's not a Hamza in the first place. It is an alif. And can we have an alif in the beginning of the word? When you have an alif in the beginning of the word, this is not a regular word, right? This is not a normal word where we read the sounds of the letters. This is a combination of the letters, tamam, in which we read their names, tamam. So how are we going to read that? We're going to say alif. Now what's the mistake I made? I said alif. What's the mistake? Make full kasra. Alif. Alif. Huh? Don't open too much. No, not just moment. Not Yeah. Alif. Okay, what if I say alif? What's the mistake? Alif.
The humps on
The hams of the fa. Okay, so the alif is pronounced as alif, as you can see, alif, like in alif lam ra alif lam. Give the fa its hams, little breath, alif, and it has rakhawa, the sound will flow, not alif, no, alif, and give the lam full kasra, ماشي, alif, yalla, that's the alif. What else do we have? So here I'm going to explain the rules of all of the letters. There are just 3 rules. Alif, we're done with the alif. What else? We have these 5 letters. It's called hayyun tahura. What is it called? Hayyun tahura. Who's in the back? Someone playing on the trampoline in the back? Tallah, Noraki?
There's no way.
There is? Or that's a jinni, ghost. And there's a car also, huh? There's a car in the back.
There's 2, I think.
I saw someone wearing white moving there. There's a car that's stuck.
Oh.
Didn't we mention send a message that don't park in the back because it's muddy? Okay, I can take it inshallah, but not now. So tell them to wait.
I'm trying to help Ahmed.
Ahmed went to the back again?
No, I went to the back and I got stuck, so.
Okay, listen.
No.
I thought because I took him before the break, before the course.
With 4-wheel drive?
No, I thought I forgot I wasn't.
If you don't have 4-wheel drive?
Yeah.
You got our message? You got our message or no? You got our message or no?
No.
Why not?
Is it on the SMS?
We sent a reminder. I told him he sent a reminder today that if you don't have 4-wheel, don't go to back. But I'll take it out. Just not now. After.
I'm just trying to jump Ahmed's car because his car's dead in the front. So
It's okay.
that's what I'm trying to pull out.
Yeah, leave it for now.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, leave it. Don't try because the more you try,
Yeah,
you're
the
gonna
more-
get more stuff. Leave it
I'm gonna
for
go tell
me.
Ahmed because he's still trying.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him to stop trying because
I told him before the course, I told him once it was, leave it.
Yeah.
Until someone who has it needs experience. I know how it happened with me, alhamdulillah, I took it for him. I took it out right away.
It's even worse because it's front wheel drive. It's not back wheel. So.
Yeah, let him stop. Let him stop.
Yeah, look what's up.
We did what we can. We told you. We sent a message. When you do a course, in the application we told you, join this group so that you get the updates. It's common sense. How do we communicate? Like if we cancel, if we delay, we want to contact you. Just read the application. Learn to read the application complete. I know governmental application and stuff, okay, but something like you need, even those ones, I know they put so much stuff, but our application is like 2 pages, right? حي طهرة 5 letters. حي طهرة 5 letters. These 5 letters, حي طهرة means a living which is pure. And in fiqh يعني, in the Hanafi, in the Maliki school, every living animal is pure. Every living animal is pure, right? Huh? Every living animal is pure. Except for لحم الخنزير, the flesh of pigs. Anyway, يعني حي طهرة means a living which is pure. These 5 letters, we have to read them with mad طبيعي. Look what I said here, look, with no hamza. Because if you learned, put an 8 for hamza if you like. Because if you learned the letters with the hamza, you're going to drop the hamza. Tamam? At the end, with no hamza at the end. Like this. How do you read those 5 letters? Ha, ha, like. Ya. Don't make imala for the ya. Don't say yeah. Huh? Not yeah. No imala here. There is imala. In one word only in the entire Quran for Hafs, Imam Hafs, and we're going to take it in the special words. Other than that word, no imala in Hafs narration through Shatibiya way. Only one word in the whole Quran. So don't come to me and say yeah. Huh? Don't tell me yeah. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Ha. 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 Remember to make the ta and ra heavy while the others are light. Do not make imala to the alif. The third group of letters, نقص عسلكم. These 8 letters should be pronounced with mad lazim harfi. Mad lazim harfi, 6 harakat. Except for the ain, which can be pronounced 4 or 6 harakat because it's similar to mad al-li. Yeah, these are all the rules of mad al-huruf al-muqatta'a. Alif, we know. حي طهرة 2 harakat with no hamza. نقص عسلكم or سنقص لكم, if you like, 6 harakat each. And then the ain by itself, 4 or 6. Any question about mad al-huruf al-muqatta'a? Examples. Yalla, go ahead. We're going to come to that in the special words. We're going to come to that in the special words. Okay. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad. Yalla, let's take the examples. So noon, we said, look what we said here. سنقص لكم, these letters, 7 letters, سنقص لكم. Leave the ain aside. سنقص لكم, what type of mad is there? What type of mad is there? Didn't we say we're going to read the names of the letters? What's the name of this letter here? Look how it's written. Why we make noon 6 harakat? Why?
After the mad letter, there is an original sukun.
Original sukun. Sheikh, didn't you just tell us in the whole Quran there's only one word which is al-an? Is mad lazim kalimi mukhaffaf? Yes, but that is in the kalimat, in the words. This is in the huruf. That's why this is called mad lazim harfi mukhaffaf. Okay? Mad lazim harfi mukhaffaf. Don't worry if you don't know it. You know it's 6 harakat. Mashi? So, noon. يلا. والقلم وما يسطرون. قاف. Hams for the fa. Important rule. The rules are not yet done. In addition to reading these letters as we read them when we say the Arabic alphabet, and in addition to applying the mad as mentioned above, we should apply all, underline all the tajweed rules that we find in those letters, and all the rules that will result when we connect them. Tamam? What's the note? In their names. Yani, in those letters, yani in the names of those letters. For example, look at me. Surah Sad, what does it start with? The letter Sad. How do you read it? You made qalqala for the dal, right? That's what I meant. Any rule of tajweed that you find in the names of those letters, you apply. The word Sad heavy, 6 harakat, mad lazim harfi, mukhaffaf, and dal has qalqala because it's sakina. So you're going to say Sad. يلا let's take ألف لام. ألف لام ميم.
ألف
What rule did we apply here? Between lam and mim? Huh? Number? No number. No number because no mad doesn't fall by shell. وين؟ بس حدا نحاول ولا مطفية السيارات؟ يلا ماذا؟ What do we have? Lam, mim. What rule do you have there? Yeah, Hamza. What rule we have? Yeah, we apply longest sunnah. You're right. But what rule do we apply? What is it called? Huh? Look at it here. Look at it here. Do you see lam mim here? You see it? What rule? Ah, we must sorry. We must level 6. Okay. Mim sakina followed by mim with haraka. What rule do we apply? Sister. Idgham. What do you think, sister? Idgham. Idgham al-mithlayn. Both of you are right. Mim sakina followed by mim with haraka. That's of the rules of mim sakina rules. That's called idgham shuffle. We drop the first mim, stress the second. Do you see how I drop the sukun of the first, stress the second? And what ghunna do you apply? Longest ghunna. Also you can say that's called idgham al-mithlayn. Why? Because another type of idgham, it will come in level 7. It's called types of idgham. When you have like ba with sukun and then ba with haraka. Drop the first, stress the second. Same thing here, mim with sukun followed by mim with haraka. Drop the first, stress the second. Tamam? So both of you are right. Lam mim, we're done with that. Kaf ha ya ain sad. Yalla, let's practice kaf ha ya ain sad. Kaf, that's 6 harakat, right? Mad lazim, harfi mukhaffaf. Hams for the fa. Kaf, ha is part of hayyun tahura. Ha ya, part of hayyun tahura. Then ain, how many harakat? 4 or 6. Let's take the 4 for now. Now, صاد 6 حركات قلقلة for the dal, right? Now, كاف ها nothing between them. ها يا nothing between them. يا عين nothing. Now, عين صاد. What do we have in عين صاد? What do we have in عين صاد? Here is عين and here is صاد. نون ساكنة followed by الصاد. What is that rule? إخفاء. We're gonna say what? You prepare, we did not explain it for many of you know it, right? What method of ikhfa do you apply here? Who knows? What method of ikhfa do you apply here? Who knows? There's no method called heavy in ikhfa. In ikhfa, don't tell me heavy and light. Someone said it before. If someone said, another person, if a third person say heavy and light in ikhfa, I'm gonna repeat. If you apply ikhfa correctly, the ghunna will be heavy with the heavy letters and light with the light letters. That's it. So don't worry about heaviness and lightness in ikhfa. That's something needed, not needed. Okay? What method do we apply in ikhfa here? Who knows the ikhfa method?
You prepare your mouth for the next.
Everyone should watch the Easy Tajweed playlist. I explained the ikhfa in 3 short videos, every video 15 minutes. That's you're not going to find anywhere in the internet or in any book, because this is a new method to explain ikhfa. And alhamdulillah, I have people from so many countries in the world. You can see the comments. They're very, very happy that they say, alhamdulillah, first time I understand ikhfa. Not 1, 2, 10, dozens dozens of people from all different countries, they say, first time I understand ikhfa. Alhamdulillah, it's Allah's blessings. What method? Close, then closer. We're going to explain it. Ikhfa, we're not going to go unless we explain ikhfa, inshallah. Today or tomorrow. We agree tomorrow, right? We agree tomorrow 2 to 5, right? Yeah, man. Ayns. If I'm gonna apply ikhfa at the sad, ikhfa at the sad, not ikhfa of the sad, ikhfa at the sad. Ikhfa of what? Ikhfa of what? Ikhfa of what? Of the nun sakina or tanween at the sad. The rules of ikhfa of the nun sakina or tanween. When do we make that ikhfa? At the ikhfa letter. Ikhfa at the sad, how do you do it? Let's take simple example. Just take 2 letters. Ounce. That's it. Ounce. يلا. عينص. That's how you do the ikhfa. تمام? Let's read the word, the whole word. كافها يا. You cannot cut it like this, but this is for practice, okay? عين صاد. You can do عين 6, okay? يلا, let's put it all together. كافها يا عين صاد. Any question? Any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
So in the eye, we are doing model lean, right? So in the eye,
Is not maddul leen. It is, why not maddul leen? Because maddul leen we have to stop. But because it's similar to maddul leen, okay? Look, listen to me please. Any explanation to the Tajweed rules, any explanation is just a mere try or type of analysis just to explain. But the simple answer to every single Tajweed question is, who knows? Who knows and gets the book? Now when you see the book, what's the question? The simple answer and the most accurate answer to any Tajweed question. Why we did it this way? Why this way? Why is that maddul leen? Why we have to do it not 2, 4?
That's how the prophets read it.
Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You're not going to get the book because you did not raise your hand. Okay. But you did. Wait. Which one you want? This?
I already have the book.
You already have it? You can give to someone.
Okay.
Okay. Barakallah. That's the simple answer for every question in Tajweed. Why are we doing it? This is how we learned it from the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It's not Abdullah, it's not Sheikh Bakr al-Tarabishi, may Allah raise his ranks, it's not Sheikh Ramadan Deeb, it's not Sheikh Imam Hafs or Imam Ibn al-Jazari or Shatibi or Sayyidina Abdurrahman, Abu Abdurrahman al-Sulami or Sayyidina Ali or Sayyidina Uthman or Sayyidina Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam himself. It is how Allah Ta'ala revealed it, right? Even our beloved Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he read it to us as he got it. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. وَمَا يَنطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. Any question? يلا حاميم عين سين قاف. We cannot say kaf, ha separate, huh? We said you have to say it together. Here حاميم, you can say حاميم separate and عين سين قاف separate or connected. يلا. حاميم, I'm not gonna repeat, I'm just gonna read it to you. The details are there, okay? The details are there. حاميم. حاميم. Who's saying me, e, e? Let the meme go and close and let me hear pure e without gunna. حاميم. حاميم. يلا forgive me. Okay. E. ها ايوه E. Okay. عين again اخفاء. Listen يا عمو. when I read, don't read with me. Listen. يا ولد روح انت والكاسات تبعك الله يرحم ابوك. روح العاب ورا لسه مطبطق. خذ عدتك وروح لهنيك. خذ اغراضك وروح لهنيك بسرعه. Your mom will pay for these cups. The masjid cups. Okay. فور حركات عين. عين سين قاف. تو إخفاءات. One more time. Listen. Don't practice with me يا حبيبي. عين سين قاف. No one will say heavy or light. إخفاء. Okay. I'm preparing for the scene. It's okay if you don't get it now because you did not learn ikhfa. Fine, you're fine. We're gonna come back. You can ask me about this particular one when you do the ikhfa.
What do you say to call it? What was the name?
Again,
What was the name of the ikhfa?
the ikhfa method here. Which one? Ain sin or sin qaf? That's the question. Are they the same? يلا. Ain sin. What's the method of ikhfa in Ain sin? Closer and closer. Because sin sad zai, sheen, closer and closer. Sin qaf. Touch then. Press. Sin qaf. Right? Touch then press.
I think I've heard some people say ayyin, almost like it's a bun, like kind of like
You
ayyin.
see that person? Show him. Okay. That's not in any qira'ah on the face of the earth or in any plant. Okay. How do you connect them? Meen with ayn. How do you connect meen with ayn? What's the rule? What's the rule? Meen with ayn. إظهار شفوي. بارك الله فيك. يلا. I'm gonna say the two ayat together. You don't have to connect them. If you like, this is how you do. Listen. حميم عين سين قاف. حميم عين سين قاف. Yes.
Do you have to say it all in one breath?
Which one?
The hand, both eyes, hand.
What did I say? If you connect them, yes, because you're connecting them. So no second there. If you stop, ha means separate, I see person. Now, alif lam mim. Can you connect it? Yes. You apply all the tajweed rules. There are exceptions, they'll come. Yalla. Alif lam mim. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه.
ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه.
It's okay now because you did not learn the ikhfa and idgham and idhar stuff. That is in level 6, okay? But since we started the mad, let's finish the mad rules, but then you're gonna understand it. So you're gonna apply the rules that result. حميم والكتاب المبين. I made some little number which is not right. One more time. حميم والكتاب المبين. حميم attention here because when meme followed by wow, meme sakina followed by wow, or by fa, pay extra attention. And this will come in the meme sakin rules. Exceptions. Yasin wal Quran al Hakim. Based on the rules of Nun Sakin and Tanween, what should we apply? Yasin, Sin, Wow. Nun Sakin followed by Wow. What rule we apply? Maryam Siddiqi. What rule we apply? Nun Sakin followed by Wow. If you don't know, you don't know what will happen. Nun Sakin followed by Wow. You don't tell me you don't know Nun Sakina and Mim Sakina rules. Nun Sakina followed by Wow. Huh? You did not learn the Ibhar, Idgham, Ikhfa, these things? Huh? You did? Yalla. Noon followed by Wow. Yumin. Noon followed by Yumin or Yanmu. Huh? Idgham. Idgham with? Idgham with Ghunna. Help the students. Look, when you have little students, like young students, you don't have to tell them now this is idgham with ghunna, etc. In the beginning, because they'll be learning by just copying you. If they become like, depends, I'm talking about different, it could be hafd school. So in our hafd school, for example, the students who finish level 5, then they start level 6. They learn those rules. They could be a grade 2 or 3, and they know this is idgham, this is idgham. But a hafid, if I'm not saying Maryam or in general, I'm saying in general, any hafid, someone completes the Quran, memorize the whole Quran, and doesn't know the names of the rules, that's not right. You're fine, you're good, but how are you going to teach the rules? How are you going to teach them? Or you just memorize just to memorize? Everyone who's a hafid should aim to teach, right? Not only hafid just for yourself, no. So, based on the normal rule we have here, Noon Sakin followed by Waw, what do we do? Idgham with Ghunna, right? So we're going to say what? Will we say, Yasin? Who can read it for me? Who can read it? Yasin wal Quran al Hakim. Who can apply Idgham with Ghunna?
Yasin wal Quran al Hakim.
You're very close, but you're saying Sin. You started the Ghunna from the Sin. Start the Ghunna from the Waw. Okay? But here in Hafs narration through Shatibiyya again, here you have to make Ibhar. No Idgham. The Idgham will be Yasin, Yasin wal Quran al Hakim. Same thing, Noon wal Qalam. No, and this is very challenging, not because it has a lot of Ghunna. No, wal Quran wal Qalam, sorry. نون والقلم وما يسطرون. It's difficult, I know. Don't worry about it, it's not in Hafs. But I'm telling you, if we were to apply the rule and it's in other qira'at, this is how you should connect it. نون والقلم. Okay? But in Hafs, you have to apply what? إظهار. Istithna'i, exceptional ibhar here. Why? Why? What's the answer? Why? Why no idgham here? Noon sakina followed by wow. Why? This is how it was revealed. This is how we got it from the sheikhs. Why Hafs doesn't connect it and the other sheikh, the other narration they connect it? This means everyone is reading as he likes. If you say that, this means you don't know what you're saying. Okay? Because everyone got their narration from the Prophet ﷺ. And I put a topic about al-qira'at al-ashr, the 10 qira'at, and I put the hadith and explanation, brief explanation that tells you why those differences and how we got them. So how do you connect them? We make what? Ibhar. Exceptional ibhar. How do you do it? Yasin. Do you have to connect? You don't have to. If you connect, how do you connect? Like this. Like this, ya shabab. Leave the pencil. Leave the pen. You playing with the pen? You don't know? What I do if I see a student playing with the pen in the class, Okay, I'll just give you a warning this time. Okay, Bismillah. ياسين والقرآن الحكيم.
ياسين والقرآن الحكيم.
Okay, remember, purify the make the scene pure of the free of the one. نون والقلم وما يسطرون.
والقلم وما يسطرون.
Can you check the cable? Yeah, it's not.
I didn't touch the
Check the cable.
The cable connected to the laptop.
I didn't touch the cable. Like itself? If someone, I told you there are jinn. I told you. The jinn was there in the backyard, wearing white, and then he came. And someone said this, I tell him, you're right. Everywhere there is jinn. Everywhere there is jinn. Yes. Okay. Okay. Next one. Alif Lam Mim, Surah Al Imran. We saw how you connect Alif Lam Mim with ذلك إظهار شكل. Now, how do you connect Alif Lam Mim with Allah la ilaha illa huwal hayy? If you want to, you don't have to. You don't have to. But if you want, this is why this course, the purpose or the goal was that you learn all the rules. And when the student reading to you or you're reading, you should know how to read in any way. If you want to connect, you want to stop, etc. And it wasn't like what I expected. We need more. We need like few more days. But we'll cover the main things, inshallah. Okay, today and tomorrow, the main things. How do you connect Alif Lam Mim with the word Allah if we want to? How many ways are there? Two. First way, again, I'm not going to explain. I'm going to try to skip some explanations and why we make mad here, no mad here, etc. for the sake of the time. Alif Lam Mim Allahu la ilaha illa hu.
ألف لام ميم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي.
Basically, what do we do? Mim, it ends with sukoon. And then we drop Hamzat al-Wasl, right? And then we have what after Hamzat al-Wasl? What do we have? Lam with shadda, which is sukoon with haraka. Two consecutive sukoons. What's the rule of the two consecutive sukoons in level 5? So that's why I broke the order a little bit. We should study level 5, then go to, level 5, then level 6, then level 7. But it's okay since most of you know this. And we will come back to them if you don't know it now. Don't worry. We'll go back to those rules. But those rules are very simple and easy. Okay? If you have two consecutive sukoons. Two consecutive sukoons means what? Two sukoons in a row. What do? The Arabs get rid of the first sukoon in two ways. If the first sukoon is on a mad letter, they drop that mad letter. If it's not on a mad letter, they change that sukoon into kasra in most cases. And here they change it into what, ya Shaykh? Fatha. So they don't say mimillahu, they say what? Mimallahu. Say mimallahu. And the other way is because mim, it's not sukoon anymore. It became mima. And when we say mima, is it mad tabi'i or mad lazim? Mima, mad tabi'i or lazim? Tabi'i. So, no mad. Just two harakat. So the other way is what? Alif, this is again just an analysis. But this is how they got it. ألف لام ميم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم.
ألف لام ميم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم.
Any question? Remember, these rules are based on the narration of Imam Hafs who narrated it from Asim. We said that. Shatibiya way, you will learn about Shatibiya later, inshallah. Important rule. If you start reading with a certain number of harakat, ya Yahya, where's Yahya? For the med, you should stick to it throughout your recitation in that session. For example, if you start med عارض with 2 harakat in one session, in one session, I started Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. You cannot then say Maliki Yawmiddin. You cannot. Okay? The same rule applies to all of the types of med in which you have more than one option. Also, command, another rule here, if you make a med muttasil 4, do the munfasil 4 as well. If you do the muttasil 5, make the munfasil 5. The scholars of the Quranic reading warned of, very important. I mentioned this before, I'm going to mention this again. No, we didn't mention this particular, but we mentioned something similar. The scholars of Quran, the Quranic reading, warned of going up and down in the gunna or the mad letters. It's not permissible at all to compromise the tajweed rules for the sake of the musical melodies. Or, put in parentheses, now, maqamat. Maqamat. Not. Okay. These are all of the types of, okay, before that, so what do we mean by that? Going up and down. Oh, it's called taqti' al-mad, cutting the mad. Oh my God. If you want to see how unacceptable, I'm not going to say a different word because this is, again, it's the Quran. If you want to see how unacceptable this is, go to Al-Jazariya Made Easy, the new course, and go to the 3 lectures about tarji' and taqti' of mad, and see how some Qur'an, how they made the Quran like something inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. So you cannot come and say wala go up and down, wala stop. This is Quran, it's not nasheed, it's not a song. Someone was praying, he's an Arabic teacher, like a few years ago, 6, 7, 8 years ago. It was my mistake that I let him come forward. There was no imam, and I saw him and respected old man, and he wanted to come forward. I left him. In Salah, wallahi, first time, I didn't hear anyone in my whole life like this person, who is now, until now, teaching Arabic. Somewhere here. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Something never heard.
Which message?
Doesn't matter. I corrected him in Salah. I told him, I started in Salah because it's just singing. Wallahi, I'm burning inside Salah. I'm burning from inside. Finish Salah. And some brothers, they're looking, I told them, inshallah Salah is okay, but brother, I'm correcting you, and you insisted. And then, no, you shouldn't say that, and he's saying, I'm going to sue you. He's going to sue
For
you.
what?
Because I corrected him, and I told him, may Allah forgive you. I told him, may Allah forgive you, but this is not how the Quran is read. Oh, you should not say anything. Don't make fitna. That's the word some people who are in charge, they have in their head. Don't make fitna. This is the fitna. To make the Quran like songs, this is the fitna. Right? It's stupid, listen to me, it's stupid that when you see a mistake that's agreed upon, just to be silent. Well, if we do that, then just wrong will spread, right? Yes, if someone doing something wrong by himself, with himself, you go secretly advise him in a nice way with a smile, right? Or someone making something horrible in front of everybody, you tell him, no brother, this is not how the Quran is read. May Allah forgive you. That's it. You're not going to beat him, you're not going to, you tell him, this is not how the Quran is read. That's not Quran. That's not acceptable. Okay? Ghunna, same thing. And I have examples recorded. I got some recordings from YouTube, and go see them if you like to see what I exactly mean. There are sometimes slight going up and down that's not intentional, that can be tolerated. But when it reaches those levels, There's no way a scholar who fears Allah would say that's okay. Tamam? And we mentioned this yesterday, right? We mentioned the hadith, right? Yes, today, right? يتخذون القرآن معازف. The ghunna, going up and down in the ghunna, what does that mean? This is Quran. Quran. Allah's words, yani not Abdullah. Allah's words. And there's a way we read it. In some issues, some brothers, they make every single new thing in the world bid'ah. But when it comes to reading the Quran, unlike the way of the Prophet ﷺ, it's okay. No, you have to be consistent, at least in your wrong definition. Even in your wrong definition, be consistent at least. That's the example about going up and down in the Buddha. These are 3 lines I summarized for you, like 3 lectures. And I mentioned today, right, about the maqamat. I mentioned what Sheikh Ayman's opinion is and the opinion that this servant follows is. Any question about anything so far? Before we finish the med topic, just 5 lines. Yalla.
So if you pray behind someone who consistently does that invalidate your salat?
It doesn't invalidate your salah or his salah unless he's. Look, I didn't hear read for the scholars mentioning this. You know why? Because no Muslim does that in the past. They are changing letters. Some people have a problem with some letters, so the scholars talk about that topic. If someone changes the blood, some scholars tolerated that it's a difficult letter, and if the people behind him are the same, so it's okay. But if there's someone who knows to pronounce correctly behind him, its salah is not valid, and they have differences. I did not give you one opinion. There are differences. It's called Zallat al-Qari. Some scholars wrote whole books about this particular issue, that when the imam makes mistakes in salah, what type of mistake, etc. But this type of mistake, if this person is making what I explained, you can repeat your salah at home by yourself if you're not comfortable, but for sure you're going to advise him, and for sure you're going to protest peacefully. See, I said peacefully. Those who put him to pray, definitely, without hesitation. Okay, without hesitation. What's left here? We said that. Okay, these are all the types of mad in the Quran. Any other type you hear or read is just another name of one of these types, or it is included in one of them. There's something about the mad in the word Allah. It will come, just in case we don't get to it. In the word Allah in Pakistan and India and some other countries, they make mad in the word Allah without stopping on it. So, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. What's the mad in the word Allah in this ayah if you don't stop? What's the mad? What's the mad in the word Allah if you don't stop? One. I don't blame you because I did not reinforce and explain. What mad is it called?
Regular, tabi'i.
Regular. Why? Allahu. Why is tabi'i?
It's only 2 harakat.
It's tabi'i because it's 2 harakat? Yahya. Why is it tabi'i? What's the mad tabi'i? Mad letter not followed by hamza, shadda or sukun. Okay, I don't blame you, don't worry. I'm getting upset with you. Don't. Because I did not explain this. I did not give you the regular class. I know, we did not repeat them and review them. It's okay. It's not tabi'i, mad letter not followed by hamza, shadda or sukun. Correct or no? By agreement of the 10 and the 20 narrations. Someone somewhere, he said, we should here make ta'zeem for Allah, honor Allah. How? You make it, prolong it. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. MashaAllah. No. There is no opinion at all, any scholar, any qira'ah that do this. And I asked Sheikh Ayman particularly, because one of the brothers in India, he sent me this question. He said, please, we need a recording from Sheikh Ayman. And I sent him, and he sent him a recording. He sent it to me, and I sent him the recording. There is no way, and I mentioned this in the book, there is no way you can do that, but that is wrong. That is wrong. Okay? This is the summary of the 5 rules that contain the 10 types of men. See the picture in your book?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I put it this way, I cannot flip. Okay? If I do this. So, you hold the book, you tell the book. Yeah, I can do that, but I'm not going to do it because you have it. So it has all the types with explanation. Okay, just one picture summarizes all. Last note, I mentioned the note. Okay, the mad in the word Allah. When you don't stop, if you stop on it, can you do 2, 4, or 6? Can I say قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ? Can I say that or no? Yes or no? Why not? You think
It's not original
just
sukun.
you tell me yes or no?
It's
You have to tell me why.
It's not original sukun.
Huh?
It's not sukun like original. Because
So-
you're stopping.
So what?
So it's
What about al-mad al-'arid bis-sukun?
it needs an original sukun from the
That's mad lazim حبيبي.
Oh.
عارض للسكون. Listen. عارض يعني accidental للسكون because of sukun.
Oh.
Why is accidental? Because that sukun is non-original because of stopping. Remember, this will help you remember. So it's temporary sukun. Can I say that or no? Yes, because you can say قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ or 6. But then what do you have to do? What do you have to do? You have to go back. You cannot say ahad. You have to go back. Just example, some ayat, you need to stop on the word Allah and then go back. Sometimes you don't have to go back, right? Is that clear?
Yeah.
Difference is clear.
So basically, if we are stopping on Allah, we can stretch.
You tell me, what's the mad if I say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen? If I say Al-Alameen, this word Al-Alameen, how do I stop on it? What mad is it? If I stop on it, what mad? Arid al-sukun, how many harakat?
2, 4, or 6.
If I say قُلِ هُوَ اللَّهُ, if I stop on it, what mad I have? What mad? Allahu. If I stop, what mad? It will become Allah. What mad? Why not? Mad letter followed by sakina, temporary sukun. Got it? 2, 4, or 6. Of course, 2, 4, or 6. Note, some people innovated a new type of mad. I explain to you. Any question? تعارض المد. This is most likely I'm not going to cover it. Why? Because I'll give you just one example, so we're done with it. Okay? One example of this mad. عارض. ويهدي من يشاء. What mad do we have in the word يشاء? What mad? يلا, what mad? متصل. What else? Why متصل? Mad letter followed by hamza, that's muttasil. There's another type of mad in that word. We just mentioned it, right? What is it? Mad arid. Okay. I know mad muttasil is 4. And I know mad arid can be 2, 4, or 6. And I want to stop on this word. Which one I have to apply? Huh? Can I say here, وَيَهْدِي مَن يَشَاءُ, and do it 2 harakat and say, because this is mad arid and I can do the arid too? Why not? This is what this covers. This ta'arud al-mad, look at it. Ta'arud al-mad, 2, 3. There's this word, it has 3 types of mad in one word. Which one we have to apply? So 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. Those types of mad, okay, those types of mad, all of those types of mad, mad badal and mad lazim, there's simple rules. I explain them, so we don't need to cover them. I explain them and explain the details. Some of them a bit tricky, but if you read them, I explain in details. But let's take just this one thing here, and we're done even with ta'arud al-mad, and also we're done with the hamza, and we're done with the ha. Then right tomorrow, remind me, Sheikh, please, if I forget, we're going to go right away to the ayn. Mashi? So we continue, we go back to the makharij. But let's take this last point, and then we can go inshallah. This point is what? In the following words, we do not have mad arid in case of stopping. Because in this case, we don't have stop on 1 sakin letter, but we stop on 2 letters that are both sakin. That is why we need to apply nabr, as we will study in the coming sections. in order to show that there's originally a shadda. So we should apply 6 harakat since it is mad lazim. Okay. So here, no never needed in Jan. We explained about the word Jannun, والصواف and مضار and الدواب. How do you read it? We're gonna read صواف صواف. Remember we said mad letter followed by shadda. What do we have? Mad lazim 6 harakat by agreement. All qurra, 10 qurra, 10 qurra. Mad letter followed by shadda or original sukoon 6 harakat. And here, in order to show that the shadda after the mad letter, we're gonna make little number. صواف مضار الدواب. Any question?
You have
Yes,
to
sir.
you have to give nagar on the one with the noon.
We mentioned the Jan, you remember? And we mentioned the difference between Jan, criminal, and Janin over here.
You said that the one takes place instead.
Yeah, so we said we know about.
But in this one, he puts it under the.
No, I said note that you don't do in Jan. I put a note on there that you don't put in Jan. Show him, show him. Any question? Yes, sir.
You mentioned earlier, you said we were talking about the parties when they embellish their voices and they say bodies mutanan. You said if it's small then it's okay, right?
Yeah, and that's how they understood when the Prophet ﷺ entered Mecca. They said he was making tarjih, but because someone on the camel and tired and stuff, so some little up and down, tolerable. But to be away and a habit and exaggerated, no way we can accept that.
So should had the
That's a good question. What's the barrier? When you hear, you will know, right? This person is doing it intentionally or it came without an intention, just came natural that he did not intend it. 99.99%, this is how they do it. Because they want to fit the melody. ولا الضال. Yeah, some of them learning it this way. Any question about anything we said today or yesterday? So tomorrow at 2, inshallah, Allah will help us. And this month of Sha'ban is a blessed one and we're coming to Ramadan. And it's a beautiful thing to start Ramadan and with, inshallah, learning more rules, how to recite the Holy Quran. And remember, the goal is to understand the Quran. So inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless you. And don't make these rules like a barrier between you and reflecting on the meanings and reading the translation and trying to understand. If anyone would like to take some also of there's more food left. صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وأقم الصلاة.
Sheikh Abdullah, should I stop this?